Dude, poor old Giant's still attritioning. Dude, it's so much damage. This rock on this map is so dumb. The mechanic that my unit takes damage as I chase is dumb too. We're playing fucking pillar kiting in goddamn Warhammer. Throw some arrows, maybe? Like right there, some arrows? You want to shoot one? Like, what in the fuck are you doing? Nice arrow. Well, I can't do anything about garbage line of sight. It's the fucking game development, not me. I don't think we win this either, so I don't think the Shabby beats this mini chaos. When they won't, then they can re-rally and all my guys attrition over time. Feels pretty bad. That's dumb. Yeah, it'll cost me that win 100%. That's the first time I've really been angry with the map. Like, that map was just so impossible, and it spawns after you army select. So you can't counterplay that. And then like so many stupid things. My caster hero chasing a unit down and somehow that unit rallying despite the fact my caster hero was chasing it. Don't know why. Like no LOS for any of our units there. Can see the map ahead of time, can you? Let's do it again. All right, let's do our Beastman build here. I don't think you can see the map. I see the map right now. I can't see shit. What does this tell me? This is gonna be the chargy knight build, right? Just gonna run this one again, I think. Why did it reset? This was counting down a second ago. Yeah. When I switch factions, it resets. I see. Yes, dude. We summoned the... oh my god, chat. It's on the right-hand side, the icon for it. You get one of them. You have to, it's going to have an X over it when we're done with it. The top doesn't mean anything. Stop picking up on stuff that's wrong. It's starting. Mm-hmm. Tilts me too, Deep Blue. No, I'm not using the only thing my faction does. That's the dream, Halo. Net plus Archer Fire wrecks that. Yeah, she is very squishy. Khalidra, or whatever her name is. Khalida. Yeah. It's right here, chat. Right there. It's X now, and it will be X when I use it again.
I am vengeance. High Queen Khalida.
Can I move them as a whole over?
Warrior Queen.
Hold Alt and drag. I don't. Does that work on deployment? Yes, it does.
As it should. Serve me. Yes.
Cloaking cab, it looks like.
High Queen Khalida. Herself
Yeah.
rules it.
There's a lord with that one too.
Khalida. Very well.
Keeps spooking me, that effect in the back, because I keep waiting to see taking some damage.
High Queen Khalida. Obey.
Where you going, buddy? You can't just go back there like normal people? Everybody else is happy to shoot from there, but you're not? That unit looks fucking nasty.
High Queen Khalida. Queen of us.
things are nasty.
Hi, Queen Khalida. Animus! Obey! Move!
What is this thing? Melee. Okay, melee specialist. It's healing. How are we on the rest of this? This is mostly engaged where I want it. Shabby, I don't really want to be in melee here. I'm sure I can do a lot for that though.
Hi, Queen Khalida.
Not sure I can get out of there. That unit needs to stop fucking doing that.
The serpent strikes.
Oh shit, my fucking lord. God damn it. I don't know, that's why I use them as control 1. I don't like to seem to see the left side of this as much. We may have just traded.
Forward. The queen moves. Charge. We march. I agree. Fully barras.
No, why do they all selected? Just you. Okay, where's this stuff going? Still fighting in here, it's fine. What about you? Not really helping me very much. I don't want to send him after the archer. Okay, still fighting this cab and losing. Seems to be really heavily outnumbered here. On a billion cab on me right now, it looks like. I don't have a good answer to cab right now, do I?
So be it.
Can't get this unit out.
I agree.
Rip.
Move.
Look at this.
Onwards,
Can I
leaders.
move? No?
The queen
That's it?
moves.
Yeah.
Obey. Move. March. Move. Go.
Cab are really strong. He just brawled into melee with a bunch of fucking spears, stayed in melee and won.
Hi, Queen Khalida.
Which ones are these?
Fight.
Rip. Rip, rip, rip. That one was not close. Yeah, if I fought that again, we'd have to try to get some Tomb Guard in or something because that wasn't close. These little fire archers were pretty fucking annoying. I'm not sure my spears did a lot there. Night micros on point, was it? It just slammed into my units, and my units that were set up to counter that didn't do their counter job. I mean, he slammed into spears with his knights. He slammed into an elite group of spears and another group of spears on the fucking west side. On my left side. Halberdiers for Grail Knights, I see. I missed my casket there. 3 Ushabi seems kind of bad too. Seems like too much. High elf. So these are good versus them. These are okay versus them. I don't remember if this is good or not. So this can have... Sometimes I lose this one when they bring the artillery piece and I can't deal with the artillery piece. Are there units here that we could start thinking of to bring in that might be useful? They're not big creatures. We have the anti fucking flyer shit. Maybe we try this again. One charge at the start. It wasn't the start that got the charge at the start. Didn't get Khalida. Khalida at the start was doing damage to somebody. Their wizard, right? Like The wizard came in too far in. Can I make a unit 2 control groups? I want them control 1 and control 3. I don't think I can. Kaleida is maybe someone we have to replace. I like their damage, but they're fucking so squishy. What is this unit? Oh, it's my... Okay. All right. Gotta figure out a better counter still to that. I mean, we have answers to the dragon harass we were seeing in this, but I still don't have a great answer to the really heavy knight stuff. This guy is playing right into us right now. This thing is bombing us. Did a lot of damage. Almost killed their lord though. Why am I Yushabi shooting? Guess we just try to break the middle here. It's fine. Light can help too. There it comes. This cab coming in the back too. That's really annoying. Didn't see that. Ooh, on my mage. Bad news. We have spears for that? Kinda. Do up to there. I need you out, please. You move through, maybe. Getting shit on by cab that I can't move out of. Gotta summon up. Probably here. Might kill the mage here. On the archer. Alright. Okay, survived though. Scorpions on this, please. And on that. Can he really engage multiples with this? Apparently. Okay.
The serpent strikes. This is well. We march.
Got a mana. You go back to there, please. Summons are cleaning up. Great. Get on that though. Alright, these spears aren't doing anything. Let's get them in. Fight that beast is fine. Happily kill that. Kind of need more blocker over there. We're a little shy on blocker. He's at 20%. Cab out is a problem. Phoenix is routed but not dead. Is it really going to be allowed to walk? No. Spears back this way. Kill that, please. It is going to be allowed to walk. Come on. Spear infantry is not what I wish to be fighting. It's rallied. Kind of dirty. Don't have a net yet. How long? Like 2 seconds or so. It's 9. Fucking mage is back again, still alive. Feels so bad. Did that just hit me and kill my mage? Alright, so I'm so frustrated by the engagement stuff here. Their stuff's allowed to walk in and out and be fine. My stuff dies the instant they fucking look at it. That's so frustrating. I have too many of these Yushabi. I gotta go down to 2, I think. 3 is just too heavy. Yeah. That was kind of destroyed. Alright, well this was day 1's army. Let's see if we can tweak it a little. Archers just can't do enough damage. Front line loses too soon. That's not it. I'm not even trying to do damage to the front line with the archers. The archers aren't even trying to shoot that. The front line is supposed to be disrupted by the scorpions, not the archers. The archers are killing units of value, such as the knights, the phoenix, and the lord. Let's go tweak this army a little bit. Okay. What do we want for that? There. Yes, the phoenix flying around shooting us was very annoying, but that's literally what the Yushabi counter, right? I need to take that armor buff out too. It's not doing what I want it to do. And I keep casting it because it feels like it's a good idea, but it's not. So I need to load the group, which is the no casket version. We need to strip off the armor version. Okay. I don't know what Archon does. We can have a look. What do you do, Arcan? You don't have poison. It's a big problem right off the bat. Spellcaster armored, 450 weapon damage, no armor piercing. She doesn't have armor piercing either, technically. Armor compared to 50, but less leadership, less speed, less melee attack, less melee defense, less charge. Thank you, Danger Souls 3. So he's definitely not a duelist. And I'm already tapped on mana in this build. Pretty much always. Someone's a large unit of skeleton warriors. Use them instead of my Quizzard. Yeah, but I don't have net. If I drop that, net has been unbelievably strong. I have fate, but not net. What is fate? so weak. So much mana. You get like 2 22 cost spells ever. Spells seemed terrible when I used it last. Pretty unexcited about that. Are you required to have a lord? Yeah, fuck. Give up net feels pretty bad. I don't mind the double tomb prints for sniping heroes, but do they snipe? How are they versus like Cav? Anti-large. What's the actual damage bonus? Not much. Isn't anti-large. Anti-large. Okay. Armor piercing anti-large vanguard. What does this thing do? Is it ranged? It's ranged for the poison. Is it fast? Not really. Yeah, these shall be refined. I want more hero punch. Anti-flying fucking hero punch, but I'm pretty sure the only thing that does that in this entire army is the Yushabian net. Maybe this thing. Applies to attack as well as damage. Oh, that is interesting, Frankenfish. Thanks for correcting me. Weren't there sub-factions of this guy? We gain something here, or we just lose a bunch of things? Yeah, but... Alright, I'm gonna go grab water, etc. Back in a second, then we'll see if we're gonna tweak this at all. Let's leave the existing load up. I'll talk about this in a second and tell you what I'm trying to do, and then maybe we can talk about who can do that. Back in a minute. All right. So the only faction, there's one faction with new units. I don't know which one it was. Hexwraith. It's a cav. Does fire damage. Causes terror. What's ethereal do? Fucking expensive ass lords, man. Target self imbues fire damage. Gives them minus 24 melee defense. So what we've been doing with this is kind of like a hero snipey kind of thing, right? The goal has been to net, focus down lords, clean up, tomb disruption for just tomb scorpions for disrupting infantry, a shit ton of blocker units for just hanging around being blocker units, and then eventually do that. The problem is first Kalidra, whatever her name is, doesn't do particularly good damage versus infantry. Second, we have too many Ushabi. It's too expensive. We don't get enough units on the field. Third, either I'm being too aggressive with the net or we're just not getting good focus on people because like 3 Ushabi and a Bone Giant haven't been killing heroes through a net. So, I don't know. Yeah, could go back to 2. We had a 2 bow build. That was this build. Which is close. I do like the casket, but I'm not sure it does anything. Does a lot of damage. How does magic work? Ignores armor or something? Yeah, it's part of the problem. Kriz, the Bone Giant, is not very... It's very difficult to hit with the Bone Giant with even a basic amount of movement. Well, Shielded... What does Shielded do? Shielded's just an armor bonus, right? No, it's a chance to ignore. Does it tell me how much? Jesus. Yeah, I have a hard time doing damage to Cav. So what are our anti-Cav damage dealers? The Necrosphinxes.
Another poor fool, lost in time and space.
Hey, Frankenfish. Thanks for the sub. Armored, armor piercing, anti-large. Looks like it hits very fucking hard too. So the bonus versus large is much better than I thought it was because it's attack based. So it goes from 45% accuracy to 70 to 80% accuracy. Well, minus their melee defense, right? Run away from Necrosphinx. I can fucking root them too. I mean, if I still ring net, for example, I can net Necrosphinx them. What's the other one do? The fancy one. Does fire and magic. Jesus. I'm gonna check it out, Bad Mr. Frosty, for sure. So those are interesting. I hear some people mentioning this unit, which I don't really know what it does. The Stalker. It's a ranged unit with 8 ammo, is that correct? It's armor piercing, anti-large vanguard. Doesn't sound like my thing. High micro anti-cab unit. Sounds terrible. And how anti-cab are they? Or anti-large are they? Not that much. What about halberded Necropolis Knights? Range attack poisoning is kind of nice. Range attack poison is a slow, right? Only on the elite one. Chat has very different opinions here, don't they? Don't y'all? Necro Knights with Halberdier are generally better. Necro Knights are not very good. I use so many constructs. This isn't an army. We're just looking at units. There's no army here. Just evaluating our options, thinking about what we want to do. So these things have been extremely effective. How do they compare to like the Sphinx? Well, the Sphinx is twice as much. Both anti-infantry. I'm gonna look at this and get angry, and I'm gonna look at this and it's gonna be totally different numbers. 15% accuracy and damage. When it says bonus versus infantry 15 here, is it? I get the accuracy boost is 15. Is it also bonus damage? And if the bonus damage is 15, is it 15% or 15 total to the 380? So they're equally anti-infantry in terms of the boost. Team Scorpions are significantly less, but you get a lot more of them for the same amount of money. So we're probably still bringing Tomb Scorpions. They've been fine. These things are extremely fucking expensive. They're slow as balls, fairly expensive. The poison is nice because it kind of keeps people stuck in with them. They seem to have fairly heavy weight too. They don't get knocked around all the time, but attack rate is also important. Well, attack rate's a hidden stat, so get fucked. I kind of want to try this. I want a cav answer. This is an interesting answer to a cav. I don't really like the stock part, but maybe. Yeah, I could play a custom battle test mount for sure. It's quite a big cost. These guys have been incredible. I wonder how good these guys are. I want to get 3 fancy ones. Kind of like that these guys are armor sundering. Oh, that's not what I thought it did. I thought you guys told me that Sunder armor was a stacking debuff. This is temporary, huh? What was the other unit that sundered armor? We had another one. The fancy shabby, right? So that one does something different. This is shield breaker, not sunder. So what's the core of our actual damage though? So I can build counters to cav, but if I don't have anything that does something, what's the fucking point? Use basic stalkers over this one. This one has poison. I don't think the basic ones do. Poison seems really nice for slowing down stupid cav. Okay, catapults are very bad. Why? We just lose 1,000 missile damage. Excuse me? 1,000? Wow. What's that icon? -8 leadership. Base stalkers have this ranged poison attack they can throw. What are you talking about? Nothing in any of this is shit about a basic poison attack they're throwing. The catapult's very, very inaccurate. So another hidden stat, inaccurate. So it's literally just try these units until something is like better than it should be. There is no missile damage poison icon on the one we're talking about. That's the point. The comment in chat was, basics stalkers, this unit has a poison attack. No, it doesn't. I can't mouse over the poison icon. There's not a poison icon. So we can definitely maybe swing some units around based on what we're facing against. We're expecting like Tomb Guard, perhaps. Maybe. Gotta figure out the hero stuff. I really quite enjoyed the ranged unit sniping. I mean, I kind of want them coming to us, so maybe I want something like a Bone Giant. The Bone Giant was incredible when it hit and so fucking garbage when it missed. And netting something helped, but not necessarily. It depends where you caught it in the attack animation. The net's like not long enough to get more than about one Bone Giant shot off. Anything moving kites all this. So she was dirt cheap relative to our other lords and also pretty powerful. She was just squishy and didn't have a lot of impact on infantry. So we're kind of getting carried by those scorpions versus infantry. But like, I start putting a bunch of elite units in, our army size gets so small so fast, and at some level, like having just enough models on the field is relevant. Yeah, it could pull in elite archers. Maybe we're not running much in the way of Yashabi right now. The War Sphinx, but the problem with the War Sphinx, I don't think War Sphinx is worth it, because the War Sphinx cost me basically the same cost as 2 fucking Tomb Scorpions. I need Yashami. Alright, well let's... I kind of would like to try some of these units as anti-counter units, but let's look. So if we're looking at something like this or the other one as a base build, right? Maybe I can drop Casket. It's kind of nice anti-infantry. It's very good versus some of the annoying archer units that my opponents tend to run. And as Tomb Kings, I haven't been running a lot of like cav of my own, so I have a hard time disrupting units that are set up. Although I do seem to lose artillery duels still. But okay, but need Yushabi. All right, well, Yushabi are 1100. Need Tomb Scorpion is the best unit out there. Kind of agree. Maybe we run this missile infantry. Seems okay. We need a better hero than Khalida. Are we still on the fucking poison question? Holy shit. Doesn't the ranged attack of the Sepulchra Stalkers have poison? No? This one does. This is the fucking elite unit. Not the regular ones. The regular one does not. I've shown it on screen like 6 times. We've had an hour and a half conversation about it. Are we really going back to it? Let's not go back to it. I kind of want to try this as a counter. Kadip has a casket mount? That's news. Well, let's pretend we did that. Kadip has a casket mount. Does it do what a casket does? Holy shit. Makes our lord into an artillery piece? Does he have spells? That's kind of interesting. So then you run like him with like some Tomb Lords or Tomb Princes for hero killing. You lose net. You go 2,500 over. You immediately cut Yushabi for being not that great. You look at the Bone Giant. You question your sanity. Maybe remove it. Still don't have anywhere near enough infantry blockers. And we only have 1 Yushabi right now. Cut the archer. I think the archer might actually be okay. Kind of. Our plan was up until this point, have range superiority, make them come attack us, kill the shit that they sent to engage our melee stuff with. I don't hate that strategy with this faction. My units are slow. My cav kind of suck. My artillery is decent. My Yushabi bows are decent when my opponent's units are not moving in a strafing way all the time. My basic infantry are just tanky but kind of garbage. Yeah, I guess I haven't put points in these yet. Let's take a look at these. What does this do? What hex is the area? Team Strike's such a big damage boost. It's also a pretty big damage boost. More than doubles their speed. It's not a castable, the Lesserus. It's a passive that triggers when your unit drops below 50% health. Seems like not the type of time I'd like to have. I'd like to have an ability that forces them to fight, but I don't think it's that one. So what spells does this guy have? Does he have a net? If he has a net, we're doing it. %, missile damage is a really big buff when you do 1,000 damage. And it's up for 3/4 of the duration. And if you fucking overcast it, it also gives 40% reload skill. Overkill? Plus 40%. Plus 40, not 40%. Really? Plus 40% missile damage. Plus 40 reload skill. I don't know what 40 reload skill does then. 40% missile damage is 40% missile damage. I don't know what reload skill is. Does that mean I just have more ammunition? Is it a rate of fire increase? Decrease? Cause major magical damage. Random moving seems bad. Incantation of desiccation. Instantly affects targets in area. Ground enemy. Minus melee attack. Minus melee defense. His bolt already one-shot non-single units. Reload skill is a rate of fire increase. His bolt already one-shot non-single units. You're saying if it impacts, it's already killing the models that it hits? So extra damage doesn't help? That, unfortunately, is probably a valid criticism. If we give it 40% armor-piercing missile damage, can we shoot fucking heavy, like heavily armored shit, like stupid-ass Cav? Lich's staff. It's interesting to make him into a catapult, but is it better than just buying a fucking catapult and not making my lord into a catapult? Feels like quite a lot of cost to make my lord into a catapult. I'm pretty unimpressed with these spells. Incantation of Vengeance. Causes damage to combatants. High chance opponent will resist the damage. Minus 24% speed. What does Casket do? This is the Lord, right? He's got a regen aura. Seems good. Covenant of Power ability. Is that a casket-based ability? I just thought it was a hero-based ability. The ROR archers have some of the fastest rate of fire. Cool. Well, that did get us a fair amount of points back, even if we are still currently converting our lord into a artillery piece. It's not exactly a large amount of HP at 4,000 HP either. You want me to cast this on you, Shabi? I don't really want to cast this on you, Shabi. I want to cast this on my fucking artillery piece. What was the protective spell we had? We had something. This one, right? How many of the attackers that are going to be coming in are going to be attacking with physical? Like, how many of those flying dragon things that drop down and start beating on me are physical attackers versus magic attackers? Because this is a 50% HP increase, basically. %. It might be worth picking up. It's cheap too. It doesn't cost shit for mana. What does it do as an overcast? Make it AoE. Doubles the effect for duration. So 2 cheap spells, a aura that triggers on cast, an aura that's always active? No, active if casting. Okay. One of the scariest missiles or magic. Plus 15 ability recharge. How expensive is that? Very expensive. Constant around self affects enemies in range. Active if casting, effect range map wide. So it just fucks all my enemies' cooldowns. Okay. Big ass fucking buff. Alright, so presumably we need some other ranged here, I guess. Another Ushabi, I guess. We're gonna give up the giant. End up with 2 Ushabis. Keep our double scorpions. What the fuck is it? There? Question mark? So we've given up Squishy Kaleida for Squishy Cadup. Dropped our net ability to put in 2 of these. We now are unable to hit flying heroes anymore because we do not have net. So anybody who wants to just manually micro his fucking flying dragon to do this as it comes forward, we can't touch. It can sit there and do whatever it wants for as long as it wants. Are we sure we can give up net, period, ever? Did you not see how abusive people were being with us when we didn't have it? ROR Cav has okay tracking ranged. ROR Cav. You mean my spitter? My anti-cav? I mean, there is a slow on this dude that we just weren't picking up. It's one of his spells, right? One of his abilities. Spells. That one. It's fucking expensive, though, for quarter speed. Their range 80. Yeah, we should decide what we're doing with the rest of these stats in here for sure. The rest of the cash, rather. Could get another unit of skeleton in. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I don't really want to switch from the elite one to this shitty one. Mostly because this thing has armor sundering, so it actually does some damage to like whatever unit I want it to shoot, right? The other one doesn't, really. I mean, and when the damage is 19 and we're adding 30 to armored units, it doesn't really exactly work that way with the armor, but it still seems much better. Get items on our Tomb Princes. Starting to be pretty expensive dudes. Does this affect themselves? So it's just a passive 15% physical resist? Kind of expensive, man. I think we managed to go down a unit at the end of all this, right? We have less units than we've deployed in the past now. Might already be too greedy with Tomb Strike plus Mount plus Blade. If we were to drop a Tomb Prince, what would we bring in? One of the healers? Like, what are the stats like on the Necrotect? Wish it told me how much it regenerates. How much does this regenerate? lot of missing on the chariot. All right, let's say we did that. What would we get back in terms of value? Another archer? Just another skeleton? Every time I think of adding a single skeleton infantry, I'm like, oh, very exciting. I'm worried about the speed of the Tomb Princes, or the dude there. I think you're doing the math right, but it's working out to be a lot. Huh. Four HP every 0.5 seconds during 20 seconds. 24 every half second. So 48 every second. 48 20s is 960. Is that right? And maybe I did math wrong. Let me do that math again. All right. 24 times 2 times 20 is 2160. 2160. Definitely did that math wrong. 24 times 2 is 48 times 20 is 960. No, I didn't do it wrong. So it's 960 per entity, but my entities are mostly talking about healing scorpions with that. So it does 1/6 of scorpion HP for a unit. That's not worth. Just bring another fucking scorpion. Maybe better for the Ushabi because there's 12 entities there. Or this guy because there's 16. It didn't heal unit models though, which is kind of wrecked. Cast it twice only. It's got quite a long cooldown. I don't think it's actually very good. I tried it before and didn't find it very good. This army seems tiny. It seems very, very, very vulnerable to flyers. And cav. Alright. Let's try it. I want to try this hero anyways. It's fun building the armies. It's a lot of fun once you have some sense of what the units are and what you're facing in general. A mech bay, it's army bay. I like that type of thing for sure. What factions have I played in multiplayer so far? Beastmen, Tomb Kings, High Elf, Petonia, Empire, Vampire Counts, Vampire Coast, Norshka, did I play Lizardman? I can't remember. think I played one as Chaos. They were really bad. Oh, and I played Dwarves once too. Yeah, I liked the Lizard. I liked the Beastmen this morning. Beastmen this morning were really fun. They were like so close to being good. It's like I felt like if we tweaked that one, we could have really had something awesome. It's very close. I like the more hordy style of like units, like a lot of meat on the field. It gives me time to do things. Chaos wins tournaments lol. Well, good thing I'm not playing a tournament. I didn't want to win it in the first place. All right, let's move up here.
Eternally loyal.
Eternally loyal indeed. So this is my
Lord of
my artillery piece as a lord. It's so weird. Alright, so we're immediately going to get fucked by a flying dragon, and we're going to go back to net and never see this build again. Seems reasonable. Any cav? See a wizard? That says he's cav. Dude, yes! Fucking messed their day up. I want to cast. Dude, fucking cast your thing. That's the point of you. This guy's getting fucked up. Dude, look at him chunk me. Not expecting my guys to win the melee fight. Just fire flamethrower me.
Legions forward! Doom Prince! Perish!
Will you recover before you die? 52? Doesn't look like it. Just got him sniped, I guess. Not exactly my plan. Oh, that dragon hits him so hard. Can you run? No? It's too bad. Just lost both Tomb Princes. Forgot we had a fucking spell on our dude too. Shit, right? Just totally forgot that he had spells. Dude, his lord healed up too. Getting hits on that, barely. Where's my other dudes? Shit, forgot about them too. Can't just land and hit them with 0 health, okay? Piece of shit. Understand? Nice. Scorpion's still wrecking things. Oh, what are we chasing over here? Getting wrecked over here by this lord. This lord is a huge problem. And there's apparently Cav that he's been flanking us for like 6 hours on. He just like forgot about these Cav. He just wasn't gonna use them. Feels kind of bad. Gonna be the Lord dead. Not ideal. So we just lost from that too. Thought we were doing all right, and then did a number of things poorly there. Let our lords chase too far. I was expecting our double tomb lords to just shit on their melee, but then didn't occur at all. I'm not seeing them do all that much. I guess we'll see at the end of this. I have a summon I should be using. Attritioning out, unfortunately. And there's still an artillery piece attacking us, which I could have summoned on, I guess. But he killed one of the scorpions here. Attritioning out. I want to see damage numbers after this, or results. We haven't rallied yet, really? Nice work. Heart of Avalorn proc. Is that what happened? I don't know what that means. I kind of want to like rematch that, but the fact they had 2 packs of Cav that we didn't even engage with and we still lost, it's pretty rough. Full healed him. Is that what the fuck happened? Alright, let's try that again. I don't know how I'm going to protect the casket ever. The casket lord was super scary. It's totally immobile. Vulnerable to enemy artillery and vulnerable to enemy lord sniping. Like, we would have destroyed that team that attacked us there. We would have destroyed that with the other one, with the one with the net. Because we would have just netted the fucking dragon thing as it came in, killed it, and netted their lord as it came in and killed it. Saving Cav for a later engagement is pretty good strategy in multiplayer. I feel like that's really optimistic. If you can just save, you know, like 2,000 points in the fight until the end, and you're doing fine without it, it seems like you probably were a higher chance to win than your opponent to begin with, right? Like if you just put 2k more into your initial assault, surely that's better. Usually you want to harass Cab or Carrion. Yeah, that might be something we need to pick up. It's just like one fucking dude. Where is it? This one. So what do we spend on upgrades? 2020. What did we take? We took another like 400 off something. What was it? Oh, we put on that debuff. So let's say we went to this. And then we dropped the... What does the flyer cost? 400 or 425 for carrion? We just dropped the... this thing. You drop 2 of those, drop the upgrades, and pick up a flyer for harassing artillery? Maybe. Oh, it's 357. Doesn't work. Damn. Oh. Hey, Malika. Any Frostpunk? I have played Frostpunk on stream, and I think it's on YouTube as well. I didn't really like the expansion, the most recent one. It was okay, but I just found it like it fell down the trap that I feel like Frostpunk falls down, which is really like at the higher difficulties. What you're doing is you're perfecting a build order. You're not really playing a game. I don't really like that. Stalkers should be kept near the Lord, maybe. Stalkers had a lot of target that game, and they were all fine until I had them fighting their Lord all by themselves at the end, which I shouldn't have done. But I'd already lost my ability. I'd already given up at that point, kind of. All right, so we want you guys in here, kind of. I want you guys on the sides. You are a catapult. All right. All right. Probably artillery, probably.
Sacrifice them! Perish! Hars! Usab! Break them! To the soul realm!
It's just fucking nothing to that. Impressive.
Legions, forward!
Can't hit anything without net again. Getting kited, even though we have... Should be a ridiculous setup versus being kited, I think.
Strike!
These things are doing alright, I guess. We're getting wrecked by this Lord right now on our archers. Another dragon coming in.
in line. Strike!
Shoot him. Dude, you're gonna fucking shoot him or what? No? You're just totally content never to launch another attack in your life. Well done, Spitters. Well done.
Onwards, legions! To Henry! Attack!
Where's my other scorpion? I move. Move. Curse them. The double Tomb Lords are really good there.
Fight.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Cast! Jesus Christ. Won't do nothing. Your call.
Prince. Good. So be it. Tomb Prince. Sacrifice them. Return agrees.
Got a little stuck in with these guys on. I gotta be really careful with they not getting engaged by melee because they do take a lot of damage when they do. Out of ammo too, I see. So they just like they ran out. It sucks. Can you cast it or not? What? Oh, dude, I keep misclicking with this fucking cast. Get them, dudes. Oh, they're permanently broken. Great, get them. They're permanently broken. Great, go there. Wow. That was okay, honestly. Got attacked by a lot of sides and had a fairly decent defense versus. Killed the dragon when it landed with popping the tomb strikes on the lords. It was okay. I don't know why they're permanently broken like this in so many. I think this guy did. I think our lord did a shit ton of damage versus infantry too. Click on unit cards instead of actual units. Interesting, thanks. Okay. All right. 176 enemy troops there, but they're all kind of low priority ones, right? It's just like clumps of infantry is doing damage to. Scorpions, kind of MVPs, honestly. Actually, these things, this is 48 units that are probably cab units. They ran out of ammo pretty quick. That was fairly interesting, though. Thanks, Duke Beard. That's a fun little army. I find him very squishy. I think he's good bait, though. Well, let's introduce, if you have tooltips or rather hotkeys you think I should be using or army commands you think I should be using that I'm not, feel free to introduce them slowly, right? Be like, hey, Filthy, it might be helpful for you to know that such and such does this. Maybe we can pick up a couple. You've tested now in Bar Royal out of Griffin Knights Fireborn. The Necro Knights with Halberds are doing way better than the Stalkers. Okay. I already know the control plus click. When grouping units, control plus click them individually. That order in the unit list will be the order the unit deploys when you drag them out. I can't even parse that sentence. All right, what are we playing here? Playing that again. Yes, I know that. Okay, I certainly do not want being told abilities that I use all the time. Let's go with abilities that are useful that I don't know already. I'll try these Stalkers again. They're okay. Every time they engage, the enemy ran off with them, but they're very expensive. You could try the Halberd Knights too. I do want to strictly kill calves shitting on my lord. So you're saying I can set up the order pre-launch as well so that I can get them in control groups easier? That might be nice. Map with the middle mountain. What am I playing against? Can't remember. Empire Coast. Okay. I don't know if I like this archer group. I didn't really pay attention to how much damage it was doing. What I did notice was how fucking short its range was.
Black Prince.
Oh.
My command.
This looks like a nasty run for them.
Mortuary card.
Where is he? Will you rotate in the right direction so I can see your fucking range? Never, ever will I fire in the right direction.
Break them! Crush them!
Didn't even do anything. There's artillery over there.
What, my king? Very well. Onwards, legions! To Henry!
My hidden units are revealed. Why? Why are we near him? I revealed hidden units. War dogs. Whatever the fuck those are.
Zion of Nehekara! Realm of souls! Move! Legions! Forward!
We're not doing fuck all for damage to each other, are we?
Forward! I move! Forward!
Can it just fly in circles and kite me forever? I think it can, right?
Tomb Prince! Perish! Tomb Prince!
He's gonna kill my lord with that? Seriously? They weren't taking a single point of damage a second ago, and now we're suddenly fucking dead. That's not good news. Guess he switched to the better mode. Rip Lord.
Legions forward! Traversing!
That's so bad. I like how this thing never has to fucking land. So annoying. Alright, where are these artillery pieces? There?
Attack the living! Yes! My way!
Scorpions need to be in as well, and they're not. Don't know why they're not. Because I'm being lazy with the micro here. Shabby getting deleted. It just lifts off. It's in combat with me. Fucking bullshit. You know what I feel like I really could have used here, chat? Did you see that artillery hit there? Like, this was just bad. This was such a bad matchup for us.
Next in line,
Like the way that worked out.
eternally loyal.
His caster's allowed to come forward, free cast on us. His artillery is allowed to kill our hero directly. I really don't like this setup at all. Don't like it at all. These things aren't really doing a lot either. I'm like scared of using them in range, because if I use them in range, they run out of range in 2 seconds and they're entirely useless. It's pretty rough. Very one-sided. Yeah, quite a few kills on what though? They killed a couple dogs. Like, who fucking cares? That's not useful. So do these things have like a mode that lets them shoot my guys for so much damage? The closer you got, the more accurate they are. So what the problem was? Because they weren't doing anything initially, then they went from doing nothing to killing me in like 4 shots. That whole fight felt pretty bad. Doesn't feel like I'm in a position to push into them. Like, their melee does a better job of tying up my melee than tying me up than I do pushing past it. He had enough stuff too. Did you see how the unit deployed on each of his defensive units? So even if I had had like a flyer, I wouldn't have tied up the catapults long enough to kill them. So it needed like some sort of flanking unit. We'll try the OP Lord. Assume you're talking Arkan. Shit. Stupid language again. Strong versus a single combatant. Is that a unit? Do we know? This is versus a single model. Except it's not, right? Whenever we get this, we go around like 15 times with this because chat doesn't know, or some people in chat know and a lot don't. So is this the one that's like, it does, if I cast this on a high hit point, single model unit like a Lord, is this doing good damage to them? Thanks, Schmitty. Single combatant is more effective the lesser number of units it has. Okay. All right, and which one is the one that's good versus like Cav, which have a fair number of models? This one. This is so expensive. Not that excited by these. I've used this. This was kind of shit. This spell was shit last time I used it. It was 1,000,000 mana. It didn't do shit. This one is kind of shit too. They're just both worse than net. Every time. So why do I want these? I just want this? Alright, what if we believed you, chat? So this is the greatest guy since sliced bread, let's say. Five cooldowns, okay. Alright, so say we got him down this low. And then we ran a caster with a net. Because we weren't fucking chumps. Then we ran a Tomb Prince to support. We stacked the Tomb Prince. All right. Now we've got kind of like a bad little hero killer, but it's just one. We've got Net. We've got Arkan. All right. 5 skeletons. Whatever for that archer. 2 great bows. 2 tomb scorpions. What is the chunk of my army that I'm missing right now that I normally have? I normally have Artie. Like a bone giant. Basic archers. Ew.